Hi, it's Kelsey. I thought I'd show you the basic art supplies you can get at Dollar Tree that I have used and I'm happy with, all except for the needles. I just saw them today. What I'll show you first are the empty spray bottles. $1.25 for two, unless prices have gone up in your area. And they're great for when these bottles of sprays that have stuff in suspension, that's all that stuff that's in suspension settles out, but it will get caught up in your spray nozzle and clog up the tips. So if that happens, just pour what you think you need into a spray bottle, use it, then whatever's left put back in here in this bottle, and you put clear water in here. I usually rinse out the bottle section, and then I put the tip back on and I spray until it comes out clean. So this is a great way to make sure you always have an extra bottle to use these sorts of sprays when it gets clogged up, because if you're like me, you cannot remember to clean the tip after using it. Another really important item are Sharpies. They're $1.25. You have fine tips, which are the standard tips we're used to. I use them for like writing addresses on packages or whatnot. And then you have fine tips, which are really good, like your micro tips. Are they micron pens? I have some in a drawer. I just didn't pull them out to show you this. But these fine tips are great for detail work. Get your $1.25 pens while you can, because it looks like the prices are going to go up soon. I'll tell you why in a minute. Your sewing needle set. This was on the end of the craft dial. You get an upholstery needle, which you probably won't need for junk journaling, but you get a random assortment, larger eyed than smaller eyed needles, and of course your little tool to help you thread the needle. And then here are your large eyed needles down here that are closer to what I use, a darning needle. And the eyes are pretty big. I'm sure you could use at least two of those for flax linen thread. So $1.25. Then they had Fabri-Tac. I've never seen this at Dollar Tree. I found it today. There's not enough here to do a lot of gluing, especially for a cover. But I would think if you had small projects and you needed to use this sparingly, this might last you a while. It's $1.25. So much cheaper than like a $12 bottle from Walmart. And Hobby Lobby no longer carries this. They have Beacon 3-in-1 glue, so I might have to switch brands. I'm not happy. But this small little tubes are a really good idea for just trying Fabri-Tac to see if you like it. And because I usually get this on things I'm making, I don't have the package. I just pulled this one off my desk. This is the gum eraser from Dollar Tree for $1.25, and it will take Fabri-Tac off of anything you get it on. You just let it dry and then rub this over it, and it'll make a little ball that you can pick up and throw in the trash. So get your nice gum eraser only for that. This will take pencil off paper. Next is Mod Podge. Always look for matte. If you get glossy, if you put it on a page and close your book, the pages will still stick together if it's dried when you've closed your book. So this is a good price. You get a lot more of this than you do of Fabri-Tac, but this is good for a lot of things. I highly recommend just getting a small bottle and trying it out. Of course, there are ways to make Mod Podge, and my favorite collage artist, she does everything with making junk journals. She makes hers from just white glue, and it's a certain, I believe it's 2 parts glue to 1 part water. She just thins it out, and her stuff works. So you can find recipes on YouTube. Just get in there and Google it or search on YouTube. Tacky glue's the other one. I used tacky glue in the beginning, and I don't like how it makes the pages feel like almost as hard as steel. I don't like that. They just get really firm and solid, but it's not a bad glue if you're doing things. It's always, I keep one little bottle around, And you can get this for $1.25 at Dollar Tree right now before prices go up to $1.75. Now, I found these today. I have never seen clay, polymer clay in there. You do bake this, but the interesting thing about these red dots is I went up to the cash register and I was talking to the cashier, and I asked her when the prices were going to increase because I'm seeing these horror stories on YouTube. These red dots, she said, are what they're putting on items that are going to increase in price shortly. So you might find that interesting. When you walk through Dollar Tree, you'll see the dots and you'll know what's going on. But for $1.25, this is going to solve an issue with the project I had in mind for a junk journal, mind you. And the last thing I'm going to mention, because I did buy this today, I do not buy Dollar Tree washi tape, because I usually open it and find that it's a weird plasticky tape. I don't like that, so I stopped. But you could tell, looking through this little package, that this is like that paper tape. Yeah, it really is. And it reminded me of Airmail. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm thinking. It reminded me of what you'd find on Airmail, a little pattern. And it is paper. It tears just like paper. So there was one more. It was a different color. It was a red, white, and blue tape. And you know, if you're looking for something like that, maybe you watch what am I thinking? Crafts by Tony, Crafted by Tony. She's a British lady. She's so funny. I love her sense of humor. She does stuff like this. She's always taping it on everything and making really cool collages with grungy little things she's made, all sorts of little prints and shapes. So it's a really nice washi tape, and it'll take me forever to use this. There's a lot of it here. So if you want some, you might go look before the prices go up. But for basic supplies, these things are really nicely priced right now, and you might want to look for them. Have fun.